This is the best blitz in Madden 26. Now, in order to have a great defense in Madden, you have to be able to send insane pressure, have lockdown coverage, and be able to stop the run. And today, I'm gonna show you a defense that does all of those. I'm gonna show you exactly where to find it, how to set it up, and then I'm gonna take it into an online head-to-head game so you can see why it's the best defense in the game. So if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for when we drop new videos. Now let's get into it. Now for this scheme, we're gonna be looking at the Miami Dolphins defensive playbook in Madden 26. And specifically, we'll be looking at the formation nickel 3-3 double mug. And as always, if you want access to this full scheme with even more unstoppable blitzes and lockdown coverage, you can find that on winmadden.com. Now with that, let's get to the defense. All right, so the first thing we need to do with this defense is make sure we have our coaching adjustments set up properly. So from this menu, we're gonna go ahead and click in the right stick to pull up the coaching adjustments menu. And there are a couple things we need to change on here. Very first and foremost, we're gonna make sure that we have our auto flip on. Then we're gonna go all the way to the bottom and we're gonna put our safety width to pinch and our safety depth to close. Now, very simple, but we wanna make sure we're doing that in the coaching adjustments menu. Now from here, we're gonna be in the formation 3-3 double mug. Now, really importantly here, we wanna make sure that we have our fastest players possible at our defensive end spot. So right here, we have Chuck Robinson, and then additionally on the other side, we have Jalen Phillips. Now, these are just crazy fast players. I think they're both like 86 and 88 speed, which is really good for regs. If you're playing Ultimate Team, just make sure you have the fastest players possible at those defensive end spots because it's gonna make the blitz come in that much faster. Now, the only other thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna click into the menu here and we're gonna change our defensive shell. And in order to do this, we're gonna flick our right stick to the right a couple times to get to cover 2. Now, what this is gonna do is it's gonna make sure every defense we call is gonna look exactly the same no matter what, all right? So make sure you do that. It's gonna hide and it's gonna make sure your opponent really never knows what play call you're actually in. Now, from the actual play standpoint, the main play we're gonna be calling is buck zone blitz. Now, again, we have auto flip on, so we don't need to worry about left or right with this or anything, but we do need to make one big critical change here is we need to call this with a stunt. So in order to do that, you can see buck zone blitz is the X button here on Xbox. I'm gonna hold down the X button. That's gonna pull up the stunts menu, and we're gonna make sure we select left exit 2-man, okay? We're always gonna call left exit 2-man. We never wanna call right exit 2-man, always left exit 2-man, okay? And then we're just gonna let go, and that is gonna bring us to the actual field where our stunt should already be set up. And now from here, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this blitz, right? Where we're gonna scream in through the B gap for an instant sack of the quarterback, all right? So first and foremost, again, remember we're in the play buck zone blitz, and we have auto flip on, we have our coaching adjustments also set with safety depth and safety width. Just make sure you go and watch that part of the video so you get that right. But we need to know how to send the blitz first, because when we know how to send this blitz, your opponent is going to have to block a running back or a tight end on every single snap, which is going to give you a huge advantage because then you can start dropping into coverage when they start doing that. Now, in order to set this blitz up, what we're going to do is we're going to spread our defensive line by hitting left on the D-pad, up on the left stick. We are then going to optionally QB contain. You don't have to do this, but it's something you can do if you want. So that's right bumper and then left bumper on Xbox, which is R1, and then L1 on PlayStation. And then we're going to blitz all linebackers by hitting right on the D-pad, down on the right stick. So here's what it looks like. Now from here, we're gonna take always the right of screen middle linebacker. You're never gonna use the left of screen, always the right of screen middle linebacker. And you're gonna stand in between your other linebacker and the center, okay? Now, what you're gonna do is when the ball is snapped, you're just gonna let your user run into the center. Because he's blitzed, he's just gonna automatically do it. So when they snap the football, just let him run into the center, and this thing is gonna fly in through the B gap for an instant sack of the quarterback, okay? Now, we can make this blitz a lot better. In a second, I'll show you how to change coverage out of here and how we're gonna bluff this a little bit, but what I want to show you first is you can shade your coverage however you want. So for example, if we wanted to play hard flats, we could totally do that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and set up the blitz again here. And what you're gonna see is we can also zone out the defensive end on the right side of the screen. So for example, in order to quickly do that, I'm gonna double tap the D-pad to the left to pull up the defensive line adjustments. And then I'm gonna hit B because he's the guy we can zone out. And then I'll just put him into a vert hook, for example. Now you can see here, we're only technically sending, well, we're technically sending 5 people, but one of them's our user. So we're really only sending 4 people here. And you're gonna see this blitz is still gonna fly in for an instant sack of the quarterback. I mean, we're only sending 4 technically because we can then break off with our user and go play coverage, but this is just going to fly in at our opponent. So let's just do this one more time. And if you don't know how to disengage with your user after they've engaged with an offensive lineman, for Xbox, you're just gonna mash the A button, and on PlayStation, you're gonna mash the X button, and that's gonna help you release from that offensive lineman. So you're gonna see here, I'm gonna mash the A button, and you can see I'm already back into coverage, and we're flying in. So that's how you do that. Now, what about coverage, right? So your opponent is definitely gonna start blocking a running back or a tight end, and you will see sometimes this will still come in against a blocked running back, but a lot of times it won't. If we send 6, it has a much higher chance. As you can see here, we'll snap the football, but it gets picked up, and we want to make sure that if they start blocking a running back consistently, we have an answer to that. So that is when we're gonna start dropping into other coverages. So for example, we can just call a different play if we wanted to. Like if I wanted to drop into a Tampa 2, I could do that. And if I wanted to just run the same play, but just go ahead and drop more people into zone coverage, I could do that too. Like for example, we could run something like this, where we're only sending 3 people. This is a very good defense. You've got 3 yellow zones over the middle. You can shade down if you want with hard flats and deep thirds. Like this is a very solid defense. And when they start blocking a running back, that means they only have 4 receiving threats out there. This becomes very easy to just guard everything over the middle. And then you're just gonna rely on that pressure to come home, and hopefully they just make a mistake and throw you the football, okay? Now, that is how we're gonna play defense out of this. It's a really simple defensive concept, but it makes it so hard to play against because every single down, you don't know if you're on the opposite, on the offensive side of the football, whether your opponent is sending the pressure or whether they're dropping into coverage. It just makes playing offense so stressful and so difficult to deal with. And the worst part about it from an offensive perspective is that blitz is so fast. And when the blitz is really fast and you don't know whether it's coming or not, that just makes the pressure so difficult to deal with, and it just makes it so hard to play offense against it. So that's how we do the blitz. That's how we're gonna drop into coverage. But now I wanna take this in game so you can see it in action and show you why this is currently the best defense in Madden 26. Now let's take this defense and this blitz in game so you can see it in action. But as a reminder, if you want access to this full scheme with even more unstoppable blitzes and lockdown coverage, you can find that on winmadden.com. Now let's get to the gameplay. All right, looks like we're gonna get the ball first in this one. So I'm going to be running Tampa Bay on offense here, and then obviously Miami on defense, but really just enjoy. Oh, look at this. Let's go. Opening kickoff return, ETN to the crib. Let's go. So yeah, we're going to be starting on defense, like I said. That's the way to start a game. We love to see that. So again, we'll be running the 3-3 double mug on defense here, show you how powerful the blitz really is. All right, let's not let him get to the outside. All right, good coverage. Yeah, I was waiting for that RPO. I tried to switch stick over to it and I accidentally got to the wrong guy. Didn't quite get the blitz set up there, but oh, I was almost back to it. He's quick snapping me a little bit here. Ooh, all right, good dot, good dot. Oh, he wasn't down? What the heck? All right, good sack. There we go. We're getting him now. Oh, and I whiffed. Dang it. I just whiffed on him. That's all me. All me. We're just waiting on the RPO here. Oh, I think he was throwing a pick to me. Screaming at him. Let's go. This looks too juicy to not run, even though I think he's in a cover 3 here. I'm just gonna run the football once, just because it just looks like we're getting like crazy good lanes there. So yeah, good game there. Again, this is the Tampa Bay game plan that we've got on Win Madden. And we're just gonna go to the read Y flat here. P defender does end up there, but it doesn't play it, so perfect. Good gain. He might be out of here. That might be game number 1 already. All right, so that's game number 1. We'll play another one, obviously. All right, we're not gonna take that out. That's a little bit too far deep. But again, we're gonna get the ball to start. Defensive gameplay, always, start with the football. That's how it goes. And then when it's opposite, we don't. But whatever. We're just gonna snap a run. I don't know what he's in here. We're just gonna try to get some yards on first down, get on a hash mark. So we should have X. Nice little dot to Cooper Kupp. Hit ETN a nice little in route, or nice little streak route there. We'll just see if he's playing hard flats or not. Nope. Just gonna hit this early. See if we go over the top of it. We do. We're gonna have him. Oh, what a laser. Let's go. Touchdown. All right, let's play some defense now. Oh no. He's got Jamal Charles. I'm not gonna be able to catch him. Shoot, I got called in the wrong defense to get started, so that was unfortunate, but it is what it is. Scream at him. Get him. Get him. Let's go. Oh, he falls forward even with a hit stick. Shoot. All right, good tackle. 4th down. We're taking field goals, apparently. What is this game? Who is taking field goals? Jeez. All right. Well, I guess it's really kind of a stop because his only big play was that big run that we just allowed the stretch on. But other than that, he didn't move the football. Ooh, oh, just need a little bit more excel out of Randy there. I'm just gonna block and I'm just gonna assume we got man coverage. We do. Try to make taste. Another laser. Taysom Hill just taking names out here. Let's go. Taking back the cutback. All right. He's passing. We're yelling at him. Try to get him with shapeshifter. No, we're there. Let's go. No, no, no. Pick. Oh, come on. All right. Good defense, though. Oh, I just missed him. Dang it. That's my bad. I got lost with my user there. That was stupid. You know, what was Davis doing there? Maybe I should have switched stick to him, but he looked like he was going to play that, and then he just decided not to. That's insane. So I'm just containing. There's nothing there. All right, we're going coverage here. Again, my user just... What am I guarding? All right. Scream, let's go. 4th down. Nope. My ball. Let's go. Good defense. And Taysom Hill is having himself a day. I mean, this guy has got like 200 yards receiving in the first half. This is just insane. All right, he's under center again, so we're just going to go guard the stretch. Yeah, that's no big deal. We'll give that up right now with 40 seconds left. Same exact defense from us. Michael Vick is running for forever. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. All right, 20 seconds. Just guarding anything deep. Oh, we're there. Oh, God. All right, just nothing crazy long. All right, that's fine. He low-key had a chance there. That was a little bit too good. Thought about user rushing. Screaming. Let's go. All right. All right, so our opponent DC glitched us, or something happened, whatever. We get the loss, even though you can see we're up 28-3 and you get the L, but whatever. We end up with the loss, and it is what it is. But GG's to the opponent, and again, check out the full game plan live on winmadden.com. All right, here's the game we're starting on defense. So, pretty good opponent here. His top 3 are better than my top 3, so he's got to be at least decent. All right, let's see if we can stop him from getting a return 6 on the first play here. He's got Jamal Charles. I don't know if it's the top 100 Jamal Charles or not, but either way, it's probably a pretty good card. All right, we're all over that. I was not expecting that. I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting it. Solid defense. I didn't get my switch off. Good tackle. Let's go. Little screenplay there. I mean, did he catch that too? What the hell? Threw that into almost triple coverage there. I don't know why I didn't know that it was going to be the exact same play, but all right. Dumb. Bad play by me. Oh, we got one of these guys. I mean, it's just everything with these people. The drop plays don't work that well on that, apparently. Shoot, good defense. Jeez. I mean, absolutely nothing open. Let's go, we're in. All right, now he's got no timeouts. I mean, that ended up working out really well, but it was a struggle to get in. I haven't played against somebody playing quarters defense the entire game. Ooh, we had a guy there. He almost threw a pick right at my spy. All right. Look at the ball. I hate these guys. Just absolute terrible people. I'm banking that we're in a cover 3 here. Oh no. No, no, no. Ooh, shoot. Nope. Yeah, we pass committed, buddy. Yep, screaming. Ready for it. Let's go. Good D. Oh, laser. Let's go. God, Perry's just eating me alive. It just looks like we have it to the outside here. Just barely not. Just a laser on the back end. Let's go. All right, GG's. Now this defense is great and you're gonna get a lot of stops, but in order to become a better Madden player, you have to be able to score as well. So if you like this video, you should check out this video next where I show you the most overpowered offense in Madden 26.